On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next.
Your Seattle Mariners.
All right, first pitch coming up. Starting on the mound in this one, Logan Gilbert.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Okay, all set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And that one fouled off. And that one wrapped foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Gilbert, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. And that one is lifted in the air. Rosarena makes the grab. And there are two down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup.
Aaron Judge.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And Judge takes a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Got him swinging. It's the Yankees nothing. Mariners coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back in Seattle, and taking the ball for the Yankees, Garrett Cole. What do you got on him, Chris?
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Victor Robles.
Victor Robles.
All one's the count. Whoa, that's upstairs.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
This guy at the dish excels in two-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Julio Rodriguez in the box with one away as he takes ball one. One out, bases empty. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Let's go, Julio.
And he deals. Way out front for strike two.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first two hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Cal Raleigh. And that's way high. And that is ball one. Two outs. Just missed.
First two hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
In there at the knees. And it's 2-1.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
That one finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. 2 outs, base is empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nobody left for Seattle. We played an inning, no score. Second inning set to go. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Number 35. Cody
Bellinger patrolling center field, 29 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. First pitch just misses.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it. Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he established that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
And a foul ball. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches.
Through there for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss.
0-2 is the count.
Next pitch off the plate, and it's 1-2.
Had some cut action to it. Velociter so far moving the ball around nicely.
Next offering is down low, 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw won't get there in time, and they come away without an out.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
So, man aboard, Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Here we go now, Logan.
Fought off foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next pitch is outside. Stanton leads off first with one away.
Ball.
In the dirt,
2 balls, 2 strikes.
and the runner holds.
Strike him out.
That misses, and it's 3-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate.
Let's go, Logan.
Strike.
First pitch
Inside,
misses.
Come on, Mariners.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Swings and misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's go, Seattle.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Right now.
Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. Woo!
Cole back to work. High fly ball on that one, curling foul down the right side. There's a strike up high, and it's 0-2.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those,
1
if
ball,
you swing at it,
2 strikes.
hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Ground ball, Goldie. And he handles it himself for the out.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Luke.
Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Ball 1, no strikes.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Second inning here, no score. Inside, 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that one misses up and in. 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Mariners are down in order. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And here is Jason Dominguez.
Let's go, Mariners.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's too high. The next offering misses. And that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. And a swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. That's in for a strike. Missed inside with the curve. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Look out!
Boom, that got
And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So the batting order turns over, and now it's going to be Anthony Volpe. He's 0 for 1.
Hey now, turn 2 here.
Hit in the air, center field. And there's 2 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next to hit. Fly to left his first time.
Chisholm Jr.
Overrated.
And there's a foul ball. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Cabrera, the runner at first with 2 gone. Ground ball right side. Slides for the stop. And they get the out. The Yanks leave 1. Still no score. Bottom of the inning. And now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford.
Come on, Crawdaddy.
That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
And that's ball 1. Up the middle. Chisholm. Jump throw. On the money. Nice play.
Batting 8, the third baseman, Jorge Polanco.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And that misses. Ball 1. Still tied at 0, last of the third. Here's a 1-1. Right through there for a strike. That's way outside. It's 2-2. And misses inside. Downstairs, and that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
The second baseman.
Here's Dylan Moore.
Moore.
Let's keep it going.
Let's go, Seattle.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Man at first, one away.
Let's go, Mariners.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Ball that's outside.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Next offering is downstairs.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field.
Come on now.
No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 10, Victor Robles.
Here's Victor Robles. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Come on, Seattle.
In there at the knees. It's 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Nope, that's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go, Mariners.
And that is out of play. One and 2 now. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 1 left for Seattle. And we are still scoreless. And we're back on to the 4th. Now it's the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
And ball 1 to Judge.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And now 2-1.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Full count.
Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Bellinger takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
That's off the plate.
He swings and crushes one. Deep on its way. Way back there. Gone. It's a belly bomb. Cody Bellinger blasts one out. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
One out, base is empty. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees. First offering, and it just misses. Called strike right there.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. 2 down.
The catcher, number 28, Austin.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Just missed. And that one is inside.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4. Next
Ball
pitch
3.
misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And it's strike 2.
Count is 3-2.
On the ground to third. Jump throw, and very nicely done for the out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park, and now it's Julio Rodriguez.
The center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
That's hard hit on the line. Bellinger makes the catch, and there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh struck out looking his first time. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to...
Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him.
Now batting,
Well, it's safe
the
to say
lefty,
he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Grounded out his first time up. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Next pitch in for a strike, and a count 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Raleigh over at first with 1 away. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him swinging. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And up next for Seattle, Luke Raley. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one.
Let's go, Em.
2 outs. Swings through that one for strike one.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That's down and in. Next offering is down low. Mitch Haniger in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Come on, Seattle!
3-1 now. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Now batting Mitch Haniger. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Come on, Manners.
Ball one there.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Next offering misses down and away.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
And just misses with that one.
That's a really good take.
J.P. Crawford in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Here comes a 3-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Hey, you got this!
Got him. Strikeout number 8.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back in Seattle, here's Paul Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Let's do it, Manners!
Gilbert back to work. And that one upstairs, ball one. Goldie, multi-time All-Star, 37 years young. And he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2009. Fouled off, he was late. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That's a strike.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 24.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's a strike.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything
No
with it.
ball, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 5th. That
One
one
ball,
not
2
close.
strikes.
And the count 1-2. On the ground to the left.
Hey, get there!
Fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, bases empty. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees.
Get out of here, Yankees.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
1 strike.
And ball 1. That's inside.
Ball 2.
That
Three
one
balls, 1
misses.
strike.
Now 3-1.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. That one the other way, and that's just foul. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Let's go, Seattle.
Volpe in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that one fouled off.
Let's go, Mariners.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. 1 left for the Yankees, but they're on top 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now for Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And a count 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
2-2 the count. 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. It's a K from the Coltrane.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And now, Jorge Polanco walked his first time. And that one clips the corner. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Mariners still looking for their first hit in this one. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Come on, Mariners.
Breaking
1
ball
ball,
misses down
2
and
strikes.
away. goes down looking.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Dylan Moore up next for the Mariners. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. On the inside corner for a strike.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Wells down to first with it. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. First pitch misses.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
Next offering is in for a strike. Way inside.
2 strikes.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Oh, sit him down.
Got him looking. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The center fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
Let's go, Seattle! Strike!
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Judge on the run. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Arozarena going back, tries to make the play, but it's foul. And that's outside. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Gabe Spire, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Thornton, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, 1 out. And next for New York, Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 2. Outside. 1-0. And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Come on, Seattle.
2 on, 1 out. Just missed. Austin Wells on deck for the Yankees. And there's a strike to Giancarlo Stanton.
Now just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Logan Gilbert won't go any further. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
Gabe
Mariners,
Spire gets the call from the pen.
number 55.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
And now, Austin Wells. 0 for 2 in this one.
Here we go, defense.
On the ground right side to Crawford for 1. Drops it, but they're saying it was on the transfer.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit.
Here we go, defense.
Let's go, Mariners. Come on, Seattle.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Let's go, Seattle.
Just off the inside edge.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next pitch is outside. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And they're all loaded up.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Jason Dominguez now at the plate.
Here we go, defense.
Misses again, 5 in a row.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Easy out, let's go.
6 straight outside the strike zone.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Base hit, 1 run is in. The throw in. It's off the mark and he scores. And it's 4-0.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
First and second, 2 outs. Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera.
Come on, Mariners.
That misses the zone. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
First and second, 2 down. And we're in the top half of the 6th.
Let's go, Mariners.
Way high.
Balls, no strike.
Check swing, called strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Robles on the move. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Yankees 4 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit.
Victor Robles.
That one's in there. 0-1.
Well, these Mariners, they're being honest with themselves, struggling to make contact in this one. They've struck out a bunch, and most of them have been swinging. Some of that is good pitching, but at some point, you'd like to see some adjustments to get the ball in play more.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now, he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. I mean, it doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Headed down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Maybe some of them choke up on the bat and try to simplify their approaches, but they got to do something as a group to limit these strikeouts.
Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The Yankees leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Come on, Seattle.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. New inning getting started. Leading off, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Let's go, Seattle.
And that's down and away.
All right, Mariners. Strike. Let's go, Ems.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Liner snagged at first.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one's
Ball,
upstairs,
that's
ball 1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Next offering is in for a strike. Now one missed.
Swing now.
And that's too high. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
Judge stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Let's go, Ems!
Not even close there. And that's ball 2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Come on, Mariners.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Check swing, and he went. It's 2-2.
2 strikes.
Strike!
Judge rips that one.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
back. At the wall, can't make the catch, but I think he brought it back. And it's gone. It deflected off of him and over for a home run.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Base is empty with 2 away. And here comes Bellinger. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1. Laser could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Gabe Spire departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Trent Thornton.
46.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So runner at second, 2 down. Stanton getting ready to hit. And that one upstairs, ball 1. On the ground, right side.
Hustle up.
To first, they limit the damage here. Solo homer extends the Yankees lead, and the lead is now 5-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Leading up for the Mariners, the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
You know, he's been so great today, really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Mark Leiter Jr. preparing to come on if needed. Cousins getting loose as well. And that one upstairs. He was late there. Strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Check swing. He held up. And now 3-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. In danger of losing the no-hitter here. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball.
Man, he's been really good, about to hit that 100 pitch mark here in the 7th. Man, we'll see how far they're going to ride him, but it's been pretty good so far.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He's now struck out 8 in a row.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Raley, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And that one is in for a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Ball 2.
That just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him! And that's 9 in a row. This is incredible. Singing 9 straight strikeouts. I remember Jacob deGrom, Pablo Lopez, Max Scherzer. There are a few guys to pull it off, but it is a rare feat.
Just unbelievable, Boog. Just absolutely rolling out there on the mound right now. And if I'm not mistaken, I think 10 is the all-time record, right?
Yep, you got sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mariners go down quietly there. It's 5-0. Ready to begin the 8th, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. Thornton, a 6-foot righty, 31 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2015.
Come on in.
So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a curve is down and in.
2-2 the count.
Let's go, Seattle!
Out to short. Crawford.
Move it.
On to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Goldschmidt.
Goldie steps into the box.
Let's go, Mariners!
Swing.
And that's
Inside,
off
ball 1.
the inside edge. And that is ball 1. Swings through that.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Let's go, Seattle!
Swings and misses at the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball and 2 strikes. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez.
Dominguez.
Here we go, Mariners.
Swing better.
That one
Oh,
outside.
that's just out.
Ball 1.
Let's go, Seattle.
2 outs. Outside low. And now 2-0.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Go, Seattle!
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
Go now!
2 down, nobody on. Check swing, no appeal, and that's ball 3. And that's ball 4.
Pitches down.
Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Come on, Mariners.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And that'll do it. The Yanks lead 1 as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead.
Now pitching for
Back
New York.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Mark Leiter Jr.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
JP.
And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. The shortstop takes the ball. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
In the air, left side. Dominguez squeezes it, and there's 1 down. And he's now just 5 outs away. He's got a real shot at this thing.
Yeah, Boog, he is rolling just in one of those grooves where he looks pretty unbeatable today.
Woo! Come on, Mariners! Yeah!
Polanco now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Ian Hamilton appears to be getting loose. The Yanks leading by 5 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. To the right side, Chisholm.
Come on.
And Polanco is out. So just 4 more outs to get through, and the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. He's got these hitters locked up.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Dylan Moore. First pitch, and he just misses. Line drive. In there, base hit. And the bid for history is gone. So they finally get their first hit in this one, and that puts an end to the combined no-hitter bid.
Yeah, and that combined no-no doesn't have the same prestige as a solo one, but you have to give credit to these pitchers for coming in, putting on a great performance so far, but now all attention goes towards getting a W in this ball game.
And here is Victor Robles. Oh, great grab on the dive. Throws from his knees. Nicely done for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Now pitching for
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Edward Bizzardo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Anthony Volpe.
Come on, Seattle.
Just missed.
Come on, Seattle.
Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
The shortstop takes the ball.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next to hit.
Let's go, defense.
That one is upstairs. That's in there. And it's 1-1.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Next offering is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Carlos Vargas, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Taylor warming up as well. The 1-2. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Here is Aaron Judge. That catches the corner. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 down, bases empty. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Just missed. This one in the air, right field. Robles on his way over, nabs it, and that's the third out. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch. And
that hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So a man at first. And now here is Cal Raleigh. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Ball one, no strikes.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport, these are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your hat to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Keep it going.
Rosarena stands in here, takes ball one low. Rodriguez stands at first with one out. And it's fouled away.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. That one ripped. Judge calls it in, 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. And up next for Seattle, Luke Raley. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That just misses, and that's ball one.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And another ball. The Yankees up big in this one here in the last half of inning number 9. In there at the knees for a strike. On the ground, and that's just foul. Leiter is just 1 strike away. Ripped to short, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners.
And now,
First pitch coming your way next.
your Seattle Mariners.
Coming up on the first pitch and on the hill today, Logan Gilbert. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Anthony Volpe, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. To the right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Let's go, Logan.
Inside. 1-0. Gilbert, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter.
I got a ball, one strike.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's carrying. Forget it. He shoots one out to right, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
One out, base is empty.
Come on, Logan.
Ball one there.
I got one ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
One ball.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees. Here comes Cody Bellinger. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. And there's the strike. 2 outs, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missing inside. And there's a ball. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Move to first. Ow! They got him, and that will end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Garrett Cole. And Singy, he's a workhorse. Loves pitching deep into his starts.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Out to short. Slings to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Batting second, the center
Let's take a look at our lineup. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the 1 run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Come on, Julio.
Julio Rodriguez, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
You know, Boog, it's nice to see Garrett Cole on the mound today. He finally won a Cy Young Award in 2023, and for a while there, he seemed like the best pitcher in baseball without the award.
Yeah, that's off the outside edge, and it's 2-1.
And Cole's Cy Young Award season wasn't a huge surprise either. He led the American League in innings pitched and ERA. Good things usually happen when you put those 2 things together, and it certainly worked out for him.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one back there. And one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. One out, runner at second. And now for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-1.
You know, Raleigh made history in 2023. He had a game with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, becoming the first catcher in Mariners history to do that.
1 ball.
1 out and a runner at second.
Speaking of dingers, he's the second fastest to 50 home runs in Seattle history. Only A-Rod needed fewer games.
It's a K from the Cole train.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Randy Arozarena.
Let's go, Randy. Yeah.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Rodriguez at second with 2 down. Just missed.
Go, Randy.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nice grab. The throw, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Back in Seattle, and now the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton hitting 5th in today's lineup, and he's a former home run derby champ. Gilbert back to work. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Curveball drops in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And ball one.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Punch him out.
Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And first offering is fouled off.
Outside, that's a ball.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Out to short.
Let's go.
Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Paul.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Go back to New York. All right, Mariners. Swing.
Foul ball there. Misses inside, and now it's even 1-1. Fastball for a strike. And that one way outside. The count now 2-2. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And another ball. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
And there's the automatic. Foul ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
2 outs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. To the right side, and that chance handled. Out number 3. Yanks strand a pair. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And the right-hander deals. And that one pulled foul.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
And now Mitch Haniger. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Raley gets his lead at first with nobody out. Late with the swing there.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Digging in, J.P. Crawford.
Let's go, Crawdaddy.
The shortstop takes the ball. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Next pitch is outside. Cole a check to first, and he dives back in safely.
Let's keep the inning alive.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco.
Let's go, Ems. Come on, Seattle.
Check on the runner, and he's back in on a dive. First pitch just misses.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 2-1.
Well, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 2 down. Here's Dylan Moore. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. just off the outside edge.
Ball.
And he grounds one to the right side. Chisholm tosses to first, and that is that. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And that skips in the dirt.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
To third, and that one handled. The throw to first, and that quickly 2 away. Aaron Judge at the plate. His first at bat was a strikeout. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Judge waits. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
1 ball,
And now 1 and 2. And that one missing low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Stretches out and hauls it in. Down in order go the Yankees, and they trail it here 2-1. And we're back, set for the bottom of the third. Here's Victor Robles.
Victor Robles.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. And that's a fair ball.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. That one hit to right. Judge sizes this one up. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher, Cal Raleigh.
And up next for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. Struck out swinging his first time. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Swings through that one. And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense.
Let's go, Mariners.
Cole, a check to first. Robles dives back in. Man at first, one away. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swung on, belted. And it stays fair. Robles coming home. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
One out, runner at second. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Grounded out his first time. And that one is inside. And another ball. Up and in, 3 balls, no strikes. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Now batting, first baseman, Luke Raley.
So digging in, Luke Raley singled and scored his first time.
Let's go, base hit here.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
One out. Runners at first and second. On the ground, right side. Goldie toss to second. Over to first. Safe.
Up next for the Mariners, the designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
And next is the designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Raleigh at third. Raley on at first with 2 down. That one almost got him.
2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to inning number 4. It's the Mariners 3 and the Yankees 1. Start of the 4th. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Misses off the plate. Ball 1.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Next offering is in for a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And Belly goes down on strikes.
Now batting.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Come on, Seattle.
That one inside, and that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That pitch clips the outside corner, and that's strike 1. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. And there's ball 4.
First base.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. He's 0 for 1. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
That one
That's a ball.
missed.
You're nothing, Yankees.
In the air, right field. Robles moving under this one. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Let's go, Seattle.
That one well upstairs. 1-0.
Come on, Seattle.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Let's go, Mariners.
And that drops in for a strike. Squirts away a little bit. To third. Tag. Got him. Third out. Nothing across here this half. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Mariners 3 and the Yankees 1. Back at T-Mobile Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, J.P. Crawford.
Let's go, Mariners!
Come on, Mariners.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, these Mariners showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. He's got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Polanco in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting, second
2 outs,
baseman.
base is empty. And now for Seattle, Dylan Moore. 0 for 1 so far.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Ball 1.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Bellinger hauls it in to end the inning. Back in Seattle, here is Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Goldie, a former MVP, 37 years young. He's one of the few Major League Baseball players born in the state of Delaware. And a foul ball.
You know, these Yankees need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And that skips in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
And the batter now, Jason Dominguez. The Yanks trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. Grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses.
out.
Ball 1. Dominguez, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Just missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Let's get the ground ball.
Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Let's go, Mariners.
And that drops in for a strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Gilbert checks the runner, and he's back safely.
Sit him down.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. That one 95 to finish him off.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So the lineup flips over, and next for New York, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 2 in this one.
Let's go, Seattle.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Let's go, Ems.
That one laced to center and a base hit. Dominguez around third. The throw's offline. He's safe. And it's a 1-run game.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Pickoff throw.
Safe.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Raleigh puts it away, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now at the plate, Victor Robles. Cole back to work. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ripped to third and caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Stepping in, Julio Rodriguez.
Come on, Seattle.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Go, Seattle.
And now the 0-1. Left field, way back there. And in one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got his second double of the game.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
One out, runner at second. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. Yeah, that's fouled off. One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5.
Let's go, Ems.
And that one fouled off. In the dirt.
Come on, get there.
Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
That's off the mark, and the count is even 2-2. One away with a runner at third. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
And a foul ball.
Come on.
2 outs. That's a strike.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball still 0-2. Outside.
2 strikes.
Next pitch is downstairs. Popped in the air, left field.
Come on.
And that is the inning. Mariners leave one, but they still lead at 3-2. And we're back. It's Aaron Judge now.
Let's go, Mariners.
And a
Outside,
fastball
that's
misses
ball.
outside for a ball. And that is ball 1. And that's outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
There's a strike. 3-1.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
Now batting.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Logan Gilbert done for the day, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Gabe
Mariners.
Spire on to pitch here.
Number
Still a lot of
55.
game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Bellinger up to hit. A strikeout and a walk.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That's inside.
Ball one.
Here we go, Mariners.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. And that one hops the wall. Here comes the judge around third. He'll score easily.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. He is struck out and he is walked. Upstairs.
Nope. Ball one.
And that's ball one. Man at second. That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
And the count now 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ripped into left for a base hit. Bellinger on his way home. He will score and they take the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Trying to move him over here. Moore fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
There was a time where that sac bunt was just ho-hum, very basic, but is increasingly difficult as it's become to get bunts down in the big leagues. Nice job right there.
Paul Goldschmidt now, 1 for 2.
Let's go, Seattle. Come on, Mariners.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Activity in the bullpen. Trent Thornton getting ready to go. Bizzardo, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Still only 1 out here in the inning. In the air, right field, Robles has this one sized up and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez.
All right, Seattle. Woo! Come on, Mariners. Yeah.
Right through there for a strike. Inside, almost got him. Stanton stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 5-3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
All ones the count.
Come on, Seattle.
Just missed. Snap throw to first.
No, he's
Dominguez dives back in safely.
Let's go, Mariners.
Up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. To first and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. And the batter now, Anthony Volpe.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one. And that's outside.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
First and second, 2 down. That to right. Moore on the move towards the line. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Next offering is fouled back. This one in the dirt. Jazz Chisholm Jr. would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, a great back and forth and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
So up next, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boogie didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here. Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Upstairs.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. So they get 3 runs in the inning, but they also leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Yankees 5 and the Mariners 3. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the 6th. And now the first baseman, Luke Raley.
Raley.
And that one is downstairs. 1-0. Hit hard, should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the Mariners DH, Mitch Haniger. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Strike on the inside corner. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Fernando Cruz getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Weaver also throwing. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
Off the mark there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him looking. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that misses. And it's 1-0. That clips the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And a count 1-2. And a good eye there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Raley leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop 3rd strike. No advance. Good job behind the dish. So now the injury forcing a substitution at second base. And pinch running for the Mariners, Austin Shenton. Now the third baseman, Jorge Polanco. He's already homered here in this one. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
That's a little high. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Man on second, 2 down. Fights it off. He'll see another. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
Man, he's close as he's trying to get through 6 full innings right now. He's about to throw his 100th pitch. I'd be surprised if this isn't it for him.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Hey, you got this.
And a 3-2. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Now batting, second baseman,
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Garrett Cole is done in this one. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching for
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Dylan Moore up next for the Mariners.
Come on, Mariners. Go, Mariners.
Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores. And it's now 5-4.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down.
Victor Robles up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at the splitter, and it's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Trent Thornton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here is Aaron Judge.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Out towards right center field, Robles makes the grab, and there's one away.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, Cody.
Here's Cody Bellinger.
Let's go, Seattle.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
No ball, 2 strikes.
There's a line drive to left field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Just missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at-bat.
And a swing and a miss.
2-1.
Move to first. Bellinger dives back. Check swing, and he went. And the count now even up.
Strike him out.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Got him swinging. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
The catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Come on, Mariners.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. So he goes the opposite way with that one, and they add to their lead. It's 7-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt.
Sit him down.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Let's go, Seattle.
On the outside corner, no balls, 2 strikes.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Just misses. And the count is 1-2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
In the dirt, now 2-2.
Here we go, Mariners. Strike.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. Yankees up by 3. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. It's now 7-4. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mark Leiter Jr. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. So digging in, Julio Rodriguez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. Late swing, foul to the left. Fought off foul. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first. They get the out on Arozarena. And the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Nobody left for Seattle, and they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back,
Mariners,
and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Edward Bizzardo.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So digging in, Jason
the
Dominguez.
left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Come on, Seattle.
And first offering is fouled off. Bizzardo measures 6 feet even, 190 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Inside, just missed. And that is cut on and missed. Now 1-2.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to whereas you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
So up next, Oswaldo Cabrera. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he'll make it safely. That's a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
1 out, runner at second. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. There's a strike. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Shenton. They got it for out number 2.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Mariners, yeah.
There's the strike at the knees. 0-1. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
There's the swing and a miss.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. And it's 8-4.
Now batting, the right fielder, Aaron.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now the right fielder, Aaron Judge. 0 for 3 in this one. Throw to first. Chisholm back in on a dive. Glove side, but it gets through. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
35, Cody Bellinger.
Here comes Belly to take his cuts.
Let's go, Seattle. Let's go, Ed.
He swings and crushes one. Deep on its way. Way back there. Gone. It's a belly bomb. A massive home run. It's 11-4.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Edward Bizzardo gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Troy
Mariners,
Taylor takes over on the mound.
Number
He's into the
59.
game with the bases empty.
Troy Taylor.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. This to third. Polanco tosses to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run homer. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, saying in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-size ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Hard hit to third. Whips it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Mitch Haniger.
Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners.
Let's go, Mariners.
I wanted to race the freeze with 1 point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. The Yankees up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. J.P. Crawford now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Crawford.
Let's go, Mariners.
Just missed.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And foul ball. Pitch in the dirt, and a count 2-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Next offering is downstairs. That one to first. Goldie steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. This one pretty well decided at this point. Through 8 full, it's the Yankees 11 and the M's 4. We go to the 9th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Carlos Vargas up and throwing. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Now fly ball to right center. Robles on the move to the alley. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul.
And here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Swings through that one. 0-1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Rodriguez sizing this one up. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 24, Jason.
2 down, base is empty. And next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Not close with that one. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. That one pushed to the left and foul. Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Nope, that's a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think
Now
about.
batting, the third baseman,
Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Late on that fastball. Dominguez off of first with 2 away. And 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
And a ground ball to first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. They lead it though, 11-4.
Now pitching for
Back
the New York
now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Jake Cousins.
Jake.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Polanco at the plate and takes high there. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Inside corner for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Next offering is down low. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Man at first, nobody out. Here's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
And there's a foul ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Robles stands in now and watches strike 1. Next pitch is downstairs. And misses inside. Ground ball, could be 2. Over to Jazz, there's 1. And that's a double play to end it.
A little sigh of relief for the pitcher there, ending the ball game with a nice double play. You always love when you can get 2 for 1, especially when it wraps up the ball game. Nice win for this team today.
Final score in this one, 11-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
컨트롤.